sing it with you.
We don't even have all our raging grannies. Please do sing with us. Okay. So we're the raging grannies. We're going to sing nuclear proliferation. No nuclear proliferation. Okay, no nuclear proliferation. We are pro-proliferation. We must stop its global spread for the people of the whole world have to live in fear and dread. We must all tell all the nations we cannot have nuclear war. Peace and justice, common safety, that is what we're marching for. We must destroy atomic weapons. We must make them disappear. We cannot have our lives shattered and the bombs are everywhere. There's a nuclear weapon ban treaty binding internationally. Obey the law, eliminate them. Sign on the strategy. Thank you, everyone. And we'll do one more. One more. One more. We're going to honor the, how do we say, Hibakusha? Hibakusha, right? Hibakusha. We have a song to honor our Hibakusha who are here today. Nuclear birthday. And it goes to bravely tell your stories to keep others from harm. All there is from this earth must be nuclear weapons free. The heart to make this madness end. All living things on this earth must be nuclear weapons free. Thank you, nations who signed the ban treaty. Let's enforce the law so these weapons cease to be. All living things on this earth must be nuclear weapons free. Here's Mercy. What do I do? Mercy here. Mercy?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, if we do one more, let's do the, one more. Oh yeah, that's there. The
Morning, Mercy.
down on Hiroshima. Down on Hiroshima. Why don't you come to the mic? Come to the mic.
Let's hear your voice, Mercy.
The Hiroshima. Down on Hiroshima? Yeah. Yeah, it's on the same page as nuclear weapons free.
Mercy, you want to chair, please?
I want to sing.
Okay, we need our Mercy. She's our best. She's our wonderful Raging Granny singer. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Thanks. And everyone cheer. I'm sorry, I don't want to put up the social. Hi, Mercy. Okay. Down
Tune is Puff the Magic Dragons. You can pick up the words. Sing with us. Can't hear that song sheet. There's nothing I can sing. atom bomb fell, and children playing in the sun burned in a living hell. Shadows of their bodies marked where they had stood, imprinted now into the ground of their own neighborhood.
Very sad song.
One moment they were playing, the next one they were dead, as fireballs and hellish heat across them quickly spread. Toddlers and babies, school-age kids as well, incinerated in the blast that few have lived to tell.
Mercy.
Japanese survivors still suffer the effects. Their children born who live with scorn from horrible birth defects. Radioactive fallout dropping from the sky. In Nagasaki, Hiroshima, thousands more would die. It's to our shame and sorrow that we're the only ones who ever dropped an atom bomb. And just what have we won? They tell us God is our side and that our way is right. When will we learn the simple truth that might does not make right? It's time to put the bombs to rest, just make them disappear, so children living round the world no longer live in fear. The threat of nuclear weapons must be gone forevermore, so all the world can live in peace. Let's put an end to war. Yes, all the world must live in peace. Live in peace. Let's put an end to war. No more.
End the war. Thank you. Thanks, Percy. I'm going to go to the last one.
The Raging Grannies of New York City. Check out the webpage.
And their daughters.
And their daughter.
レイジングラニーの皆さんでした。
Oh, okay. That's not mine.
Hold on, let me just take. Someone left a bag up here. If you know who it is, or the owner, please see me. I'm standing in the back. Yeah, I'm making say something. It's got to be in the purse. Oh, there. Wanda, where's she back?
Hi, good morning, everyone.
おはようございます、皆さん。
Before we begin, I just want to say that right to our right is a couple of banners and ribbons that were handmade by peace activists from around the world. And so if you're here and you would like to hold one of these really special ribbons through the protest and also keep it after as a keepsake from this event, then I encourage you to head over there and find one of them.
右側に世界中の平和活動家の皆さんが作成したバナー、リボンがありますので、 もしそれを持ちたい方いらっしゃいましたら、ぜひ一つ持ってお土産に持って帰っていただいても構いませんので、よろしくお願いします。あそこの、方に声をかけてください。よろしくお願いします。
So, thank you all for gathering here on this beautiful and chilly day.
この寒いですけれども綺麗な日にお集まりいただきありがとうございます。
My name is Margaret Engel. I'm the Director of Policy and Outreach at Peace Action New York State, and I'll be serving as your MC for this event taking place on stolen Lenape land.
私はマーガレット・エンゲルピースアクションニューヨーク州の、政策アウトリーチディレクターを務めております。今日は司会を務めさせていただきます。今日はですね、盗まれたレネペ族の土地でこのイベントを開催します。
I'd like to start by thanking the incredible organizers who made this event possible. Mari Inoue, Sally Jones, Tara Curry, Rosemary Pace, Ruth Ben, John Breitbart, and Anthony Donovan.
このイベントを可能にした素晴らしい共催者に感謝したいと思います。
I also want to thank our co-sponsoring organizations whose representatives are here with us today.
本日代表が本日来ております共催団体にも感謝を表明したいと思います。
This Sunday marks the eve of the 11th Review Conference of the parties to the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons.
今日は NPT 再検討会議の、前日にあたります。
Advocates and activists have traveled from across the globe to attend this conference at the United Nations.
世界中から活動家が国連のこの会議に参加するためにこちらに集まっています。
I say this recognizing that many of our overseas allies were unable to join us because of unjustifiably tight visa restrictions.
ビザの厳しい制限などで世界中の仲間が今回アメリカに来れなかったということをお伝えしたいと思います。
So we're relaying their message and demanding a formal end to the nuclear age.
その代わり私たちは彼らのメッセージを伝え、核時代の終焉を要求したいと思います。
As the nuclear armed states perpetuate violence and militarism all over the world, from Ukraine to Iran to Lebanon to Palestine to Sudan to Congo to right here in New York City, we stand as a united front calling for peace and justice in what feels like a time of complete chaos.
ウクライナ、イラン、レバノン、パレスチナ、スーダン、コンゴ、そしてここニューヨーク市に至るまで核兵器保有国が世界中で暴力と軍国主義を永続させている中で、私たちは力を合わせ、この混沌の時代に平和と正義を求めます。
We're joined by some incredible leaders in the nuclear disarmament movement, including survivors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, who've spent their entire lives fighting for nuclear abolition.
広島や長崎の被害者を含む核廃絶運動の素晴らしいリーダーたちと共に参加し、彼らは
生涯
を通じて核廃絶運動のために頑張ってきました。
We'll be hearing their calls to action before marching together to the UN.
彼らの行動の呼びかけを聞き、国連まで一緒にマーチする予定です。
So thanks again for being present with us, and please join me in listening to the inspiring words of our speakers.
改めて参加していただきありがとうございます。一緒に登壇者の感動的な言葉に耳を傾けましょう。
We'll first be hearing from the Reverend Dr. TK, President of Heiwa Peace and Reconciliation Foundation and a Hiroshima Peace Ambassador, to lead us in a prayer.
これから黙祷を始めます。中垣法師、お願いします。
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? おはようございます。はい、元気がないような感じもあるんですけど、大丈夫ですかね。はい。So,
おはよう
Shall
ご
we
ざいま
start
す
with a nice good morning? Why don't we breathe in and breathe out? So, 深呼吸をしましょう。まず。Breathe in and then breathe out. Now you can say good morning again, okay? Good morning. Yeah, sounds much better. おはようございます。はい。じゃあ、このエネルギーでいきたいと思います。So we should have a nice energy, first of all. So what I'd like to do is a prayer, but then the first, it's important to know we have, past, we have so many people gathered also for the peace walk, and also of course, during the World War time, the 80 years ago, and then 81 years ago exactly, then so many people suffer, and then also those things should be also remember yourself. And so in the past and then the present. So we are here based upon those past. And then so we try to do the best that we can do with our energy and everything. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is, of course, we wanted to think of the future. Okay, so as we walk, we're thinking of the past, present, and then future. So that the will that we have for no more war and then no more nuclear free world, and that should be kept in your mind. And then one thing, most important thing, today, I think we can start with having the peace in your mind. So 最初に3つですね。過去、現在、未来っていうのはすごく大切だと思います。今ここにいるこのことを大切にすると同時に過去を通して今自分がいるんだっていうことを考えていきます。そして多くの方が亡くなっていますのでね、そういう命を大切にそれを今受け取ってそれを持って歩いていくわけですよね。そしてそれが未来に向かっていくような意味で歩いていただければと思います。それではそれをSo what I'm going to do is 3 bells. So one is thinking for you to the past, and then the second bell thinking of the present, and then third bell thinking of the the future. それでは3回ベルを鳴らします。呼吸を整えていただいて、そしてその1つ目のベルは過去を振り返りながら、2つ目のベルは現在、そして3つ目のベルで未来を考えて、それから、今日の、この集いを始めさせていただきます。それじゃあ、そうですね。Please join me in meditation or 合唱。Breathe in, breathe out. それでは。この功徳をもって平等に一切に施し、同じく菩提心を起こして安楽国に往生せ。ナムキエ仏、ナムキエ法、ナムキエ僧。May all sentient beings be happy, well and peaceful. May we all be free from suffering. May we all be free from pain. May we all be free from attachment, from greed, anger, and ignorance. May we all attain ultimate happiness and peace of enlightenment. Peace to you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Reverend Brother TK. We'll now be hearing from Miss Jung Soon Han, second generation Korean atomic bomb victim, with interpreter Miss Ga-on Moon.
次の登壇者は、韓国原爆被害者2世のハン・ジュンスンさんです。 通訳は、ムーンガエンさんお願いします。
제 부모님은 히로시마에서 핵무기로 인해 피폭을 당했습니다. 저와 우리 형제, 내 아들까지도 원폭의 유전 질환으로 평생을 고통 속에 살아가고 있습니다.
My parents were exposed to the atomic bomb in Hiroshima. Because of the long-term genetic effects of the bombing, I, my siblings, and even my child, who was born with cerebral palsy, have lived our entire lives in suffering.
내 아들은 뇌성마비를 갖고 태어났습니다. 왜 우리가 원폭 때문에 평생을 고통 속에 살아가야 합니까?
Why must we continue to suffer for a lifetime because of the atomic bomb?
저는 원폭을 투항한 미국에게 사죄와 배상을 받고 싶다고 여러분 앞에 호소합니다. 원폭을 투항한 미국이 진심 어린 사죄를 해야 다시는 핵이 사용되지 못할 것입니다.
I stand before you to appeal for a sincere apology and compensation from the United States, the country that dropped the bomb. Only when the United States offers a genuine apology can we ensure that nuclear weapons are never used again.
핵무기로 인한 피해가 되풀이되어서는 안 됩니다. 저희 호소를 외치며 마무리하겠습니다. 미국은 책임을 인정하고 사죄하라!
The harm caused by nuclear weapons must never be repeated. I will conclude by raising my voice once more. U.S. admit responsibility and apologize.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
次の登壇者は、ムンガエンガオンさんです。
Hello everyone, I am Gaon Moon, a youth member of Spark and a university student. I am here to invite you to the International People's Tribunal to establish the illegality of the 1945 U.S. atomic bombings. Holding the U.S. formally accountable is the essential first step toward a nuclear-free world. Many overlook that the 1945 bombings were not only the start of the nuclear age, but also the root cause of the Korean Peninsula's division. As long as nuclear weapons exist, that tragedy can happen again at any time, and Korea remains under consistent threat today. This tribunal is the stepping stone to resolve the current nuclear crisis by addressing past responsibility. Please join us in this historical movement for peace and justice. Thank you for hearing.
Thank you so much to Spark. We'll now be hearing from Mr. Jiro Hamasumi, who is an atomic bomb survivor, or Hibakusha, and the Secretary General of Nihon Hidankyo.
次は日本被団協事務局長の浜住二郎さんです。
おはようございます。
Good morning, everyone.
日本被団協事務局長の浜住二郎と申します。
My name is Jiro Hamasumi. I'm the Secretary General of Nihon Hidankyo.
NGO パレードの出発にあたり、一言発言させていただきます。
I'd like to give you a little speech right before we start this parade.
まずはじめにパレードの企画、準備を進めてくださった関係者の皆様に心から感謝申し上げます。
First of all, I would like to express my deepest gratitude for those who organized this wonderful parade and gathering.
核兵器の不拡散に関する条約、条例の再検討会議が明日 4月27日から5月22日まで開かれます。
The review conferences of the No-Nuclear Proliferation Review Conference will be start from tomorrow, April 27th through May 22nd.
NPT 条約が1970年に発効して56年になります。
Since its launch in 1970, it's been already 57 years has passed.
NPT 条約がその在り方が問われる分岐点になる重要な会議になると思われます。
I think that we are standing right at the very crucial point where we are going with this treaty.
日本被団協は今年結成して70年になります。
Our organization, Japan Hidankyo, it's been 70 years since its launching.
80年前の原爆投下による地獄の体験を子や孫や世界の人々に絶対味わわせてはならないとノーモア被爆者と世界に訴えてきました。
Our organization has been appealing to the people across the world that no one should ever experience the same thing that we've been through 80 years ago, that horrible atrocity of the atomic bombs.
NPT 会議の開催に合わせて明日4月27日から6月1日まで国連のロビーで原爆展を行います。
Simultaneously, from tomorrow with NPT conferences, there will be the UN exhibition of us, Hibakusha. So please come over and take a look at it.
核兵器と人間は共存できません。
We human cannot coexist with nuclear weapons.
被爆者のあの日から今日まで原爆に抗ってきたその歩みをぜひご覧ください。
Since that day, we've been fighting against the nuclear weapons. That's our life all the way this 80 years. So please join us and come to the United Nations lobby and take a look at our history.
このパレードの後、午後から平和と核兵器のない世界に向けて国際会議が予定されています。
There's a planned international conferences after this in today's afternoon.
また4月29日には日本の NGO4 団体による国際会議も予定されています。
Also on April 29th, there will be a huge international conference organized by major 4 anti-nuclear organizations from Japan.
NPT の会議に合わせ核兵器のない平和な世界に向けて国際連帯 NGO の国際連帯を強めていきましょう。
Well, taking this particular opportunities, we think we have to emphasize our coalition, our unity all across the world to against nuclear weapons and to abolish it completely.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much for that. I also would like to ask if folks standing before me could move in so that we can leave more room for pedestrians.
歩道の皆さんにもスペースがあるようにちょっと前の方に動いていただければと思います。できれば後ろにスペースができるようにお願いします。
Thank you. Well, next we're hearing from Ms. Tadako Kawazoe, who is also a Hibakusha and Secretary General of the A-Bomb Victim Liaison Council of Nagasaki Peace Action Center, or Hibakuren.
次は長崎県平和運動センター被爆者連絡協議会被爆連議長の川添忠子さんです。被爆者です。よろしくお願いします。
Hello everyone. My name is Tadako Kawazoe. I am a survivor of atomic bombing of Nagasaki. I was not burned or injured because there was a small hill between the Hibakusha Center and my house. At that time, I was 1.5 years old, so I have no memory of the horror of the bombing. The next day, we evacuated with my grandfather. We walked 16 kilometers northwest. I was carried on my mother's back. My mother and the other soul people who had been crushed to death under large trees and others who had died childlike. We arrived at my grandfather's family home, the evacuation site, after dark. The people evacuating walked even further than us. The next day, my grandfather returned to Nagasaki to search for his family. 2 days later, he returned with the assurance of his family members. His house was about 600 meters from the hypocenter. 12 years later, my grandfather died of lung cancer. I believed he developed cancer due to the effect of radiation from the atomic bomb. I hope for the abolition of nuclear weapons from the face of the earth as soon as possible. Thank you, listener.
Thank you so much for that. So next, we actually are going to be singing a song with our Japanese friends and allies called Never Again Atomic Bombs. And before we hear that song in Japanese, I'm going to share the English translation. Our hometown was burned to the ground. We laid our family in the scorched earth. Now white flowers bloom. Never again atomic bombs. Never again another use of atomic bombs, not in our town. Affected ocean in our hometown, black rain, no joyous days, empty boats, never again atomic bombs, never again another use of atomic bombs, not in our ocean. A somber sky looms over our hometown, dark clouds covering the land again, blocking out the sun. Never again atomic bombs, never again another use of atomic bombs, not in our sky. Our fellow victims have departed, the wealth and happiness that we worked so hard for. Everything was destroyed. Never again atomic bombs, never again another use of atomic bombs, not in the world. And now we will hear the original Japanese lyrics.
これから原爆を許すまじの歌の披露をします。金本さんお願いします。
70年間これを歌い続けてきました。もっと広くもっと広く伝えたいと思って一生懸命歌います。聴いてください。それでは皆さん一緒に行きましょうか。こっち見てこっち見て。ふるさとの町やかれ身寄りの骨埋めし焼け土に今は白い花咲く許すまじ原爆をたび許すまじ原爆を我らの町にふるさとの の日はなく、今は船に人もなし、ああ許すまじ原爆を、三度許すまじ原爆を、我らの海に、ふるさとの空をもく黒き雲、今日もない地を今は空に日もささず、ああ許すまじ原爆を、三度許すまじ原爆を、我らの空に、腹からの絶え間なき労働に築き上ぐ富と幸、今はすべてついえさらん、ああ許すまじ原爆を、三度許すまじ原爆を、世界の上に。ありがとうございます。
アコーディオンはポール・スタインさんでした。ありがとうございました。
Wow, that was so beautiful. And the lead singer of that was Mr. Hiroshi Kanemoto, Hibakusha from Hiroshima, and board chair of Nihon Hidokyo. And the accordion was by Paul Stein. And we also had our wonderful Nihon Hidokyo Japanese singers. Next, we'll be hearing from Mr. Noburo Sakiyama, a second-generation Hibakusha and Japanese liaison council of second-generation atomic bomb survivors.
次は被爆2世の崎山昇さんです。よろしくお願いします。
I am Noboru Sakiyama, President of the Japanese Liaison Council of Second Generation Atomic Bomb Survivors. My parents were both A-bomb survivors or Hibakusha of Nagasaki, and I am their second generation. My parents were both A-bomb survivors or Hibakusha of Nagasaki, and I am their second generation. We ourselves are nuclear victims because there is no scientific evidence to clearly deny the transgenerational genetic health effect of A-bomb radiation. We strongly appeal to the international community from our experiences that one of the most serious human rights violations caused by nuclear weapons is a radiation effect on future generations. Nuclear power and humankind can never coexist. Let's move forward towards a nuclear-free world so that there will be no more nuclear victims. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Wonderful. Next, we'll be hearing from Mr. Yuhi Shimada, National Executive Board Member of the Japan Council Against Atomic and Hydrogen Bombs, or Gensukyo.
次は元帥協の島田由紀さんです。よろしくお願いします。
Hello everyone. My name is Yuhi Shimada from Gensuikyo. We 95 members of Gensuikyo, the Japan Council, against atomic and hydrogen bombs came to New York to make this NPT review conference and the international joint action, rallying point for the global movement towards the abolition of nuclear weapons and peace. We stand at crossroads. Will humanity be destroyed by nuclear war, or will we abolish nuclear weapons and achieve peace? We young people in Japan are afraid of and angry at war and killing, violation of the UN Charter and international law, the strengthening ありがとうございます。Annihilation of humanity is increasing. Let us stand together to achieve a world free of war and nuclear weapons. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Shimada. Next, we'll be hearing from Mr. Hiroyuki Some, co-chair of the Forum for Peace, Human Rights, and Environment, that represents about 20 national labor unions in Japan.
次は平和フォーラム共同代表の染博之さんです。よろしくお願いします。
Good morning, everyone. 日本の方もたくさんいらっしゃるみたいです。私の英語はここまでです。
Although there's many Japanese people participating, I would like to switch to English now, Japanese now.
私たちは元帥金昨日26人の訪米団でアメリカに来ました。
We are Genseikin. Together with the 26 members, we arrived to the United States today.
先ほどお話をした被爆者の川添さん、そして高校生、若い方から老若男女で、アメリカに来ました。
We have a multiple generation coming all together, including Miss Kawazoe, Hibakusha, and high school students.
元帥金は労働組合と市民と一緒になって組織をしております。よく海外の方から労働組合がなぜ平和運動をやるんだ、核兵器廃絶をやるんだということを聞かれることがあります。
Genseikin together organizing the movements with the labor unions in Japan. And when some people from foreign countries ask us a question, why labor union having a movement towards peace?
もちろん労働組合ですから組合員の賃金を上げる、労働条件を良くする、それが一番大切な取り組みであることは間違いがありません。
Of course, we are the labor unions to ensuring workers' rights is the first and foremost that we are acting for.
ですが安心して働くことができる、安心して毎日の生活を送ることができる、それは全て平和と民主主義がその基本にあるというふうに確信をしております。
Yet the baseline foundation is a democracy that everyone can live peacefully.
労働組合が平和運動、そして民主主義を守るために一生懸命頑張るということは当然のことだと思います。
So I'm assured that the labor union working towards peace is the foundation that we must create for.
日本の被爆者も86歳を超えました。私たち元帥金の取り組みの柱は2つあります。1つは核兵器を一日も早くこの世界からなくすということ、そしてもう1つ目は、被爆者を救済をするということ、救うということ、この2つが、元帥金運動の大きな取り組みの柱となっています。
The average age of Hibakusha is around 86 years old. That said, our motto Genseikin, we have two pillars to follow. The first is of course the abolition of nuclear weapons, and the other is to empathize with Hibakusha and save them.
残念ながら私たちが目指す世界、社会とは真逆に進んでいますけれども、一日も早く核兵器をなくすように頑張ってまいりましょう。頑張ろう。
although it seems like we were heading to the opposite direction compared to peace. However, in order to realize peaceful world, let's work together. Thank you so much.
That was excellent. Thank you. We'll next be hearing from Ms. Chitose Arai, President of the Japanese Consumers Cooperative Union, or Seikyoren.
次は生協連会長の新井千歳さんです。よろしくお願いします。
皆さんこんにちは。
Hello everyone.
日本生活協同組合連合会は全国303会員約3000万人の組合が加入する組織です。
Well, the Japanese Consumers Cooperative Union, in short, we call ourselves Co-op. We have 303 chapters across Japan and more than 30 million member individuals across Japan.
1951年の創立以来、私たちは平和とより良い生活のためにを理念に掲げ、平和活動に取り組んでおります。
Our organization was established in 1951. Since then, we've been working very hard for a better future, happy life, and the world without nuclear.
今回の NPT には全国から27生協が代表団として参加しております。
For this particular occasion, 27 chapters sent their delegates.
生協の皆さん元気ですか？
Hello, people!
私たち代表団は全国生協の仲間たちより平和の願いの思いの詰まった横断幕を託されてまいりましたので、遠い日本にいる仲間たちの思いとともにしっかりアピールをしていきたいと思います。
So our buddies in Japan gave us a bunch of banners with their hopes. So we are together with them still here in New York, and I would like to work so hard together with them.
結びに、地球は祖先から受け継いだものではない。子どもたちから借りてきているのです。戦争も核兵器もない平和な世界を目指して皆さんと力を合わせてまいりましょう。
At the end, I would like to emphasize that we did not inherit this earth from our predecessors or our ancestors. Rather, we would like to say that we are borrowing this earth from our future generations. So for them, let's work hard together. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. And we've just had so many amazing speakers. Our final speaker of the day is Miss Yua Saitsu, a Japanese high school student from Nagasaki and a Hiroshima Nagasaki peace messenger.
最後の登壇者になりますが、長崎出身の、高校生平和大使、斉津優愛さんです。よろしくお願いします。
Hello everyone, my name is Yua Saitsu. I am speaking on behalf of Hiroshima and Nagasaki peace messengers. Nuclear war is often described as unimaginable. In fact, it is not imagined enough. Hibakusha have been sharing their stories, living with the unimaginable. Again and again, they reached for our hands and said, please do not create more Hibakusha. Now, the time we have with the Hibakusha is limited. Their living powerful and genuine voices have been fading while armaments are expanding. I am determined to be the one who carries on what Hibakusha has lived for. And I would like to invite you to join me. Let's continue to raise our voices for a world without nuclear weapons. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. And let's please hear it for all of these amazing speakers. So now I'm actually going to hand it over to one of our organizers to talk about safety and updates to the march. So give a round of applause for Anthony Donovan.
これからパレードの安全性に関するお話に移りたいと思います。アンソニーさん、お願いします。
Thank you. Thank you very much, and I especially want to thank the marshals that are here to help protect us, and the NYPD across the street. The New York police have been very helpful to us. We're a much larger crowd than we were expecting, so I thank the police for giving us this route.
まずニューヨーク市警察の皆さんに感謝したいと思います。彼らの協力なしではこの会議、このイベントは開催することができませんでした。
Yeah, thank you. So we are going to we're going to go up to 42nd Street, and we are going to turn right, and we're going to walk on the south side of the street. But the police, New York police, are going to open a traffic lane for us in the street next to the sidewalk. So we will have not only the sidewalk, but a lane.
これから42丁目まで行きまして、42丁目の南側を東側に歩いていきます。歩道を歩きます。歩道の横の車道の一列も空いています。そちらを歩くことになります。
And they will accompany us with motor scooters, and they will bring us up. First, we're going to take a left on First Avenue. They'll show us, they'll help us cross the lights. So just follow the police lead there and our marshal's lead. Thank you. And we are going to, yeah.
ニューヨーク市警察のバイクが誘導しますので、1番街まで行きますと左に曲がって北上していきます。
So there are many people. We're going to stop at the Isaiah Wall, the famous Isaiah Wall, right across from the UN, for a moment, just to take a photograph of ourselves. But we can't stop there. We just take a photograph, and then we're going to move north up First Avenue.
イザヤの壁、国連の目の前でですね、写真撮影をしまして、そこでは長く待機できないので、そのまままっすぐ北に向かっていきます。
And at where we're going to, Dag Hammarskjold Plaza is up by 48th Street. There is another demonstration there. So when we get there, we're going to disperse there. There's another demonstration happening.
47丁目のところにダグハマショーツ広場がありますので、そこでまた集まってそこで解散します。
So do you want to turn these banners? Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. Yes, so if you are feeling lost or have questions, look to the people in neon vests.
もし何かご質問等ございましたら、蛍光の黄色いベストを着ている人に声をかけてください。
Great, and also thank you again to Mari Inoue for her amazing translation. All right, so now we are going to line up for the march, and I
これから並びますので、皆さん準備を開始してください。
I encourage everyone to join in singing "We Shall Overcome."
準備しながら歩きながらで結構ですので、We Shall Overcome の歌を歌います。よろしかったら一緒にどうぞ。2列になって42丁目に向かって並んでいただければと思います。よろしくお願いします。バーナー持ってる方も一緒にお願いします。
All right, thank you.
一応歩道の方は一般の方も利用しますので、歩道の 50% 以上は必ず開けるようにお願いします。
メッセージを受け取りました。はい、入りました、入りました。 箸とっても人気でした。ノルマが増えた。
Margaret.
Yeah, you know what? I know Sting was like really working on it, and the whole way he's being a stickler about thank you.
And I'll catch up with you shortly. Okay. Okay. Oh, how nice. How lucky for you.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.